honestly say that after all that, and then finding out that that's actually why Trump is called Trump, I was very, very surprised. Anyway, that's enough about Trump probing and KY Jelly. Well.
Everyone.
Hey everybody in the chat room, everybody watching us everywhere else.
Hi, Noreen.
After a slight technical meltdown, I think we're here now. So, what do you guys think of that picture? What do you think of the picture that the new banner for the Dark Mirror show? I've still got the old one, but what do you think of the new one?
Good. I like it.
Cool. I have to see if we can get some more done. See if I can do one where we're being chased by Josh's beard. You never know.
You need to put a prompt in that says "keep our faces" so when you upload the pictures.
Put what?
Keep facial features.
I tried to get. Yeah.
That's how I did that Bigfoot one today. Because at first it changed my face, and then I put that prompt in, and it just kept my face.
Okay, because it kept trying to change my face, and in the end, I was just like, fuck it, we'll just go with that. Hi, Nigel, you all right? Hi, Noreen, everybody else. Let's get this show on the road. Right, so what to start with? What's been new in the paranormal with you two?
Not much.
Fucking hell. Well, I know. Do you know, I love it when I fire questions and they both sit there.
I have something to say. I actually just started back up with Lost to the Rabbit Hole. Thanks for joining.
Good. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you might have some guests for us, isn't it? That's right, you said about some guests.
Yeah, we might do that next Monday if that works for you guys.
I got no problems with that. Yeah. Just let us know in advance so we can do a little bit of research and go, so tell me about your childhood instead of, who the fuck are you? That'd be quite cool.
It depends on how much of a paranormal hangover I have on Monday. As I am off to Cornwall and the Jamaica Inn on Saturday morning.
Have you ever been there before?
No.
You'll enjoy it. I've been there a few times. I've stayed in the everything.
I will be staying overnight, and there will be various lives on TikTok throughout the evening. I myself am staying in room 4, so I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah, you'll like it. Like I say, I've stayed there several times and been in the haunted room. And to be fair, one of the nights I stayed there, I was fucking paralytic, so I don't remember it all. But and go into the museum, the Smugglers Museum that's attached to it next door. That's you'll like that if you get the chance. Right, Josh. Where I was gonna say, all I've got is a vision of his picture where he's fucking mounting a Bigfoot from the back. You're down the rabbit hole and everything. Keep sharing everything. I'll make sure it all gets shared out on here. You know, it's you're part of
rabbit hole.
Well, it looked like it with that Bigfoot, didn't it? That's why he's got the beard. Anyway, what was I going to say?
I was jealous of the hair.
Chemo took it, and I just keep it shaved now. Because otherwise, if I let my hair grow, I look like a touch kids, and that's not a look to be going for. No, 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 no. When you're doing this, you don't want to look like Gary Glitter, or especially living in Scarborough, Jimmy Savile. So, talking of that sort of thing, Epstein files, Prince Andrew. I read part of the Epstein files where it claimed that they had sent another lady of negotiable virtue who was around or under the age of 18 over here to have nighttime dalliances with him, and then now he's in trouble for releasing information to Epstein when he was working for the government. Silly boy.
Yeah, Peter Manson's getting done for the same thing, isn't he?
Peter Manson's a prick.
Yeah, but he's getting inside trading.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I'm sorry, but all the government, Bobberment, all the Bobberments, as we all know, are all as corrupt as fuck. And that's not just across the pond; that's here as well. Yeah. Look at the idiot
everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, look at it. Look at the idiot we've got in charge, and look at the idiot over there. And isn't it very strange? Don't you think that over there across the pond where Josh's beard is, everything, the Epstein files, Trump, perverts, pedophiles, Satanists, blah blah blah. I'm gonna release everything about UFOs. Oh, what did you say? What do you think?
Now we're going to go to war with Iran.
They got so many things. Yeah, they got so many things going on where everybody's going to get distracted.
The problem is if you start fight with too many nations, you're going to spread yourself thin.
You think his ass watched a history lesson? You think he stayed in school and learned any of that? No. He doesn't know anything about the Romans. He's about to.
Well, unfortunately, like yourself, and I've got family who live over there and be brought up over there, and they've said that when they're taught history in most of the schools, they're only taught American history. They're not taught worldwide history. Is that right?
I had a class in high school called world history, though.
But if you're only taught that, sorry, I got a really itchy nose. I think I've got a hair up it tickling me.
A lot of it's how great America is and what wars we won.
Yeah, but it's
who are our allies.
Well, they need to look back on everything. If you look at a map properly, if they did maps properly, they'd realise that Africa's way bigger than North America. Way bigger. Russia's way bigger than North America. You know, this, that, and the other. And it's America itself, even with South America on, isn't as big as it's made out on the maps. It really isn't. And like, for some reason, I don't know what it is, a lot of presidents over there seem to be, especially this one, no offense, but he is very much, I'm the king of the world, I rule the world, I run the world, I this, that. No, you fucking don't. You're in charge of North America, that's it. Bugger off. Keep your fingers out of other people's pies. Yeah, you got the biggest military. You know,
that's why.
Yeah, but not the best trained. Sorry, but not.
I will admit something that is funny though, is that
people,
when they go from east to west or west to east in America, they say how long the drive is. But you never hear anybody complain about how long the drive is from east to west or west to east in Russia.
No, just crack on. The Road of Bones, isn't it? The Road of Bones over there. Did they ever finish that?
Sorry?
The Road of Bones, the main road that was linking Europe to Russia. It was all built on the bodies of people from the gulags and stuff like that. And when they were carving through mountaintops, they'd find the remains of tribes and shit that lived there thousands of years ago. And it's called the Road of Bones.
The what? The what bones?
The Road of Bones.
The Road of Bones.
Road of Bones, Russia.
Have a look.
Yeah, Mexico, that's going tits up at the moment, isn't it?
Definitely. I bet you we're going to get involved in that too.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't it the US that took out that cartel leader.
That's the rumor that's going around that Delta Force, the same one that took out Maduro,
Hey, Bianca.
came out.
Thank you for joining us from the East Coast in America, New York. I'm on the East Coast, UK, Scarborough. So both East Coast coming over here. So nice one. I
We
don't
are
think we.
sending a bunch of troops to Texas right now. I heard. To the border.
What, Trump?
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who don't know, a cartel leader was taken out, a very prominent cartel leader, and the cartels have gone, fuck you, we are raising Mexico. Yeah, they're raising Mexico to the ground, and they've told all the residents, if you come out, you're going to get shot, you're going to get killed. And they're taking everything out because in retaliation for what's happened. But
here's the thing, though, with them, too. They're all wearing tactical gear, including tactical face masks. So we don't even really know if it's them doing this. They're wearing state-of-the-art gear right now. They're also wearing like exosuits, and so it could honestly even be Blackwater. Or whatever name they go by nowadays.
What I'm hearing is something like Twin Towers. Look what these horrible people have done. It was actually us, but don't say a word. Yeah?
I'm just saying what's going around. Mexico was just on fire.
I think if it was us that took out the Mexicans, or the US that took out the Mexican cartel guy, then they should go and help the Mexicans, because that's not fair. You know, it's really not fair. They should go and help them. Just my thing on it. You'd probably, if it was over here and us lot doing it, you'd probably have Starmer going. So you know.
So we just get wrapped up in a Vietnam next to our front door, though. That's not really. We shouldn't have been doing anything to begin with. We shouldn't even have. Delta Force should be doing military operations, not CIA operations to begin with.
Unfortunately, certain people won't keep their fingers out of certain pies that have fuck all to do with them. So you know all this stuff that goes on. Hello from NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast Show from Central Texas. I like the accent over there. Welcome, and I hope you like us over here with our very dodgy accents. You've got myself, Mark. You've got Wayne pronunciation Seddon, or Seedon, however he likes to be called. And then, of course, you've got Seedon. And then you've got Josh Beard, Myota, or Miota, or Miyagi. I don't know how he likes to be called.
Myota! What years have you known me now, damn it?
Well, I always think of it, you've got a Toyota parked in the garden, and when somebody says, whose car is that, you go, Myota!
Yeah. I heard that one a lot in school, too.
Was it?
Yeah.
My son raised
I had a history teacher that asked me if I'm Asian. Yeah.
Oh, like Miyagi, Myota. Oh, but you're Native American, or part Native American, aren't you?
Maybe. I don't know. My kind of mystery. Real, like my dad's side, really does not have real much record after World War II.
Well, we know you're part Sasquatch, so you know. You've got the beard. We saw the picture of you in a Sasquatch from behind, so you know, it's all good.
Being saved by a UFO.
What's your take on what Sasquatches are?
Guardian spirits of the forest. Yeah.
Do you think do you think they're like elementals?
Yeah, they're like cousins of the Fae.
That's an interesting one. Do you reckon? Because my own thing is they're either pockets of Gigantopithecus that have been left over and have evolved, or they are left over from before us. When the Fae were here, the Kings of Ireland and everything like that, the Tuatha De Danann, were they, with them?
That's right.
That would explain how they use the doorways to go in and out and just not get caught.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm on that line.
I thought you had stage fright then and was just going.
No.
Wayne, are you all right? Are you here with us? Or are you having a poop? What are you doing?
We got him.
I am locating the Road of Bones.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah, you asked them to do that.
I said it was a real place. Look, man,
Well,
you know.
it is a real place, but I'm just trying to find the actual motorway that was built. 'Cause it's the M56, but it never actually joined the rest of Europe. It is literally built to join the main section of Russia with Siberia.
That's right, and it was supposed to be all to go all the way along, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the R504 Kolyma Highway, or also known as the M56 route.
The
But
M56.
they reckon that the Kolyma Highway, it was actually built in started construction in 1932 and finished in 1953, and it used Gulag labour. And they reckon that it was claimed that an estimated 250,000 to 1 million imprisoned labourers died while constructing it. And they put them underneath the road because it was built on permafrost, and so it was too difficult to dig new graves for them, so they put them under the road.
That's right. That's what it's called.
But records are indicating that there was only 10,251 people there.
It's a bit like
haunted roadway.
it's a bit like Dyatlov Pass. We'll never know. Never know. Wayne sent me an interesting TikTok. I haven't watched it yet, but do you remember the video that's taken from the International Space Station of that UFO that comes across, and then all of a sudden something gets fired from Earth, and it does an about turn and buggers off as this thing goes through the air?
Yeah, I kind of remember that one.
Right, Wayne, take it away.
Well, I watched a video earlier on where a physicist, an astronomer, and astrophysics guy had studied the video, and he clearly explains that this object comes in over the actual horizon. So it's been viewed from the space station, the space shuttle, ST-91, I think it was. You see the physical horizon,
Right.
and the atmospheric horizon, and you see an object come over the horizon towards the space shuttle's direction. It then turns and heads north. But then all of a sudden, as it goes to go back over the horizon again, some objects come shooting up from Earth towards the object. The object then does a 45-degree turn in an instant and zooms off out into space.
Yeah.
The guy did all the measurements and run all the numbers, and it turned out that these objects that were fired from Earth came from Pine Gap in Australia.
This is back in the 90s, and the only thing in Australia that was capable of having that sort of thing. No offense to Australian people, because you got the Aussie SAS, for God's sake, and they're awesome. But rail guns, as we were talking about, rail guns that fire aluminium shells. Now, as Wayne and I talked about before the show started, Pete, they're trying to say that rail guns are new technology. They're not in the slightest. They were around. They've tried to say that railguns are new technology. They're not at all. They've been around since Second World War. They were ship mounted during World War II. And then they were like the guns of Navarone. They were like cliff mounted and stuff like that. You know. Now they've got them down to personnel borne weapons, so they can actually carry them and use them. But they're still trying to say, oh no, it's these big guns and it's this and it's that, and we've only got the technology to. No bollocks, mate. You've had them for a long time. And I can state that I know that they have. My old man, who's dead now, as we all know, worked in conjunction a few times with special forces. And some of the things he said just before he died was very interesting, and that's all I'll say. But railguns have been around for a very long time, and if you look them up, you'll be able to find somewhere that they were ship mounted in World War II. Sorry, yes?
I got some since we're on the space topic and the whole disclosure thing. A very famous physicist and astrologer the one that actually found water on other planets. 6 hours after Trump said he was going to do that, was killed in his home. He's also a colleague and worked alongside of Bob Lazar.
Fuck.
He lived in a rural farm community. Somebody knocked on his door to believe and double tapped him.
Oh, that's a double tap military. That's what. So what?
And, you know,
What did he release?
he was the one that said that, talked about Kepler 4 or whatever, that water planet.
Yeah.
And then he also was the one that was proved that there was water on Mars originally.
And they took him out? That's
6 hours after that.
6 hours after Trump said about aliens, or before Trump said?
6 hours after.
I wonder what he was going to release.
Right.
Because you know yourself, everybody in the ufology community, paranormal community knows damn well that all these very famous whistleblowers, the only reason they're still alive is because everybody's going to be looking at the Boberman if they're taken out. Everybody knows that.
And this guy was a really good friend of Bob Lazar. They were, I guess, like roommates in college.
Yeah. Because Bob Lazar's had so many attempts and death threats and this, that, and the other. It's only because he's got so much shit, like a dead man switch, that as soon as he dies, everything gets sent out everywhere.
And they're high profile people as well. So the second anything happens to them, they've got things covered. They know if it happens and they haven't got their backs covered, that information will get lost. So by having that backup, if anything happens to them, it gets released regardless, and there'll be trouble anyway.
The country's so numb to everything right now, I don't even know if it would even matter.
The stuff that's coming out, because we all talk in the week and stuff, but I know some of the, especially the Epstein stuff, is bothering you quite a lot, isn't it, Josh?
Oh yeah.
It's from what I will say.
Running the country, and I still have to pay them taxes. And eating people, I have to give them half my money. Yeah, kind of system seems pretty broken right now.
One thing I'm going to run past you is, I think it's now common knowledge, but it was on the deep web, not dark web, but the deep web. You had to do a lot of searching for it. Are there any laws over there whereby Trump can elongate his presidential stay?
Sort of, but I mean, there's literally dudes going daily to the White House with shotguns trying to walk in. They're not talking about it, but it's happening. Somebody was just killed last night in Mar-a-Lago with a rifle. It's every fucking day now. This is like some Roman shit going on. There's literally somebody coming every day for him.
From what do you know what? And this is the thing that pisses me off. We all know mainstream press is controlled by all the Bobermans. Every single mainstream press in every country in the world controlled by the Bobermans, and they will allow you to look at, to see or hear what they will allow you to see and hear. And none of this gets reported. It doesn't get reported. However, one thing I found very interesting, and it's all to do with Trump. I've seen things saying he is trying desperately to elongate his stay and find some clauses or do something that will ensure he gets to stay, and it'll be by 2027. Also, the full disclosure with everything is going to be by 2027. His words. We said on a show all the way up until Christmas, wasn't it? We said this stuff was going to be out either 25 or 27. We're in 26 now. We fucking said it on here for the last 2 years. It was going to be by 25 or 27. And I'm going to say again, so many things that we've spoken about on here, because people have looked at our show and gone, you do this and you do that. This is the best format that works, was when we talk about all this crap. Everything we've ever spoken about has happened, and it's normally happened a couple of years after we've spoken about it. The impulse engine happen. The warp drive, they're working almost. They've almost got the working prototype of it, or the working model of it, where it does like a wave and they ride on top of the wave. Trump releasing everything. Maxwell, you know, the media guru, he has tried to block, is it 90,000 pages or something from being released in regards to the UFOs and UFO phenomena that Trump wants to release. He's tried to go to the Supreme Courts in America and get it all blocked and this, that, and the other, and he's not getting anywhere. So
it honestly kind of seems like we might get disclosure too, because Obama said stuff and it pissed Trump off because Trump was planned to say stuff. So I think now Trump is going to say even more stuff. So we're probably going to get disclosure over a pissing contest.
BBC over here, British Broadcasting Corporation, not Big Black Chicken. The BBC over here, he says, doing his hands like this. BBC over here have, and I read it earlier, have turned around and said that Obama didn't say anything about UFOs. He said he knew nothing about it. Bullshit. This is our BBC putting this out for everybody to read and watch. Bollocks. Well, I think you two have seen the interview, haven't you, where he sits there and goes, oh, yeah, they're here, they're real. I just haven't seen them myself, but I know that aliens and aliens, I did it! First time in a long time. My nipples are hard now, very hard. But aliens, nearly came, are real. Their ships are real. He just hasn't, he's seen the ships, but he hasn't seen the aliens. And he said it in several interviews. And then BBC are trying to say, no, he didn't say that. No. So does that mean that the clips that everyone's seen and everyone's got of him saying that are suddenly going to vanish off the internet?
Yeah, the BBC are only saying that because they didn't get a chance to edit it.
BBC are a bunch of wankers. They really are. They're run, exactly. They are run by the Bobbermans, and now everybody's panicking because Trump's turned around and said, "Yeah, we're going to do disclosure."
Not even a Bobberman, it's one country.
But the thing is, dude, when US presidents do it, all the ones around the world will follow because they try and toady up the US president's ass. Our one's scrambling now, going fuck. What do I do? And then you're going to get France, Germany, etc. Apart from the Italians and the South Americans are going to go, hey, we told you, you know. So
well, our government's got, our government's got enough problems of their own anyway, because they have now got to allow local elections to take place. They have been told by cancelling or postponing elections, they are breaking the law. And it went to the Supreme Court. It went to, the High Court. And before even the case got read, the Labour Party or the current government backtracked and allowed all local government elections to take place.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were breaking the law.
And the Conservatives and the Tories over here, fuck off. Just don't want to know. Not interested.
And the Green Party.
I don't know about the Green Party.
The Green Party seem to think they've got a chance, and I'm like, hang on a minute. How can you trust a leader of the Green Party who thinks that hypnotism will increase a woman's chest size?
Lemmy Kilmister said it best. You can never trust the politicians. They're all fucking liars. That's what they do. They're paid to lie.
Yep. The last honest person in government over here was Guy Fawkes. So, you know. And that was only because he was at the doors of Parliament trying to blow the fuckers up.
Yep.
They've not had originally government over here, and it's actually in our Magna Carta and everything. If you think a government or king or whatever is doing a shit job of ruling, you can rise up and usurp him and fuck him off out of it, and then start to go. And over here, you need to get rid of all. And this is just our own thoughts. When nobody here is suggesting go and kick them out or do a civil war or any shit like that. What we're saying is all the Bobbermans here, because they're as bad as each other, they need to be fucked off. There needs to be some sort of reform. The king needs to step in, dissolve Parliament, all Parliament, start again with real people who actually give a monkeys about what's going on around them, don't have a load of money, lower all the bloody wages that these MPs and everybody get, and then start again with real people who give a toss. and never, ever, ever let peerages in. Never let anybody who's got enough money to buy themselves in, and get rid of all that. So it can only be people like myself, Wayne, Josh, people like that who could come in and run for it. And that's the best way you do it. You need to do it. Just get rid of all these wankers and start again.
I think King Charles is waiting for Prince William.
William's going to be awesome. I'm sorry, but he is going to be awesome.
I think in the background, William is being trained to be the perfect king, and I think King Charles is just waiting his time, riding the waves until it's time.
I think he's going to be. I hope he's going to be like his mum, because his mum was an amazing woman. And I've met William myself, and lovely guy, and I hope he does a really good job. Does her proud. You know?
I met him in a car park in Colchester.
I've told you before about cottaging.
No, he was in his helicopter in the car park in Colchester.
Helicopter.
Yeah, he was working for the air ambulance, and it landed in Colchester car park.
Okay.
And we just so happened to be going into town at the time, and we just parked the car when they cleared the end of the car park, and he landed. And we were literally right in front of the helicopter, so we stood there by the side and chatted with him for a bit.
I'll tell you a funny story about William. Whole reason I met him. You know, we're all ex-military, the whole family. We've met most of the royal family throughout the years because of that. But it was Paddy's St. Patrick's Day parade here for the Irish Guards, and I was there. My daughter Becky was there, and we were there talking to him and his wife. And this is the funny bit. My late mum, for any of you who ever met my mum, you know she was batshit crazy. And if you've read the Discworld books, think Nanny Og. That was my mum. We're there talking to William and Kate, who comes trundling across the parade ground. That, I might add, was cordoned off. Who comes trundling across the parade ground in her Vauxhall Zafira, looking for a car parking space, and then pulls up behind us and goes, "Oh, there's Mark," and comes running over to us, and we're like, shit. And everybody just going, never said a word to her. No one said a word to her. "Oh, you know Donal Manning, that's my late husband." And they went, "Oh, right, okay," and just let her in. And that was the funny story, you know. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, UFOs and shit. You can see it. Just my mum going, "Fuck everybody." But anyway, if you knew my mum, you'd just be like, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, we've been staying on here for the last 5 years. Huh?
I got something about the Epstein files. Lawyer, some sort of consultant was being questioned on TV, and he started talking about the Rothschild family. And you can literally hear the lawyer whisper in his ear, "If you speak any longer than 5 sentence syllables, I'm going to fucking kill you."
You can hear the solicitor say that.
You can say it. Yeah, and right before he was saying that, the guy was talking about how he works for the Rothschild family and managing their money.
And who controls 95% of all the banks and all the bobberments in the world. Isn't it 2 or 3 families? One of the main families, in fact, the top family, I'm sure has a name like Koffwild, something. I can't remember what it's called, but something like that. Something like that.
Isn't that one of the reasons why Gaddafi was taken out?
He lived in a state where everything was. They actually helped everybody, and everything was free. It wasn't as it was made in the media. It was. Yeah. Not everything was free, but they helped a lot more than was made.
Well, they had free education, free healthcare, and they would pay so much if you couldn't get the healthcare or the treatment you needed in their country. They gave up to something like £2,500 worth to send you to somewhere where you can get the treatment, even if it was abroad.
And
they
fuel,
gave you,
the fuel, no tax. There was no tax on the fuel because he used his own oil fields.
And they got profit share from it as well.
Yeah.
Everybody benefited in that country, and somebody up there didn't like it.
The only thing he did a bit dodgy was I mean,
He wanted to drop the dollar too.
I was going to say the only thing he did a bit dodgy was he had the all-female bodyguards who were all really pretty women, but built like fucking brick shithouses. And I just found that a bit odd that he had female bodybuilders as his personal bodyguard. Don't get me wrong, not just in women, but why didn't he have men and women instead of just women?
Well, that'd be a bit difficult to kick a woman in the nuts, wouldn't it?
Good, Vic. That's what he thought. Mommy complex.
Well, it's also like the rumor about the Gulf Wars were all over a Stargate and then a 0 point module. Do you know those ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you watching who don't know, there is on the rumor mills, and it's gaining ground, and it's gaining quite a bit of credulity actually. That both Gulf Wars were started because they had future tech or past precursor tech, whatever, or alien tech of Stargate, like literally Stargate, like you see on the program Stargate, and 0 point modules. And 0 point modules they use the Earth's own natural energy and put it in a thing. It's infinite energy. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to do this and the other. But if you can tap into it, and they had it, and that's why it was all started. And now certain bobberments have got this and are using the technology for their own gains in the military.
Well, we know of the tech that was already in Iraq anyway, with the Baghdad batteries.
Yeah. Well, they've been there since ancient times, haven't they? I think a lot of it. Do you think it's precursors or aliens or future tech?
I would say a bit of both, a bit of all of it.
I lean towards precursors, but I think the tech that they had, it back then was still thousands of years in advance of what we got now.
I mean, you could go with all three. You could say that the people in the precursor were given assistance by beings from off-world.
Yeah.
And it went too far and wiped everybody out. And then what we're finding now is that lost technology.
Atlantis was linked. It wasn't just one megacity. Atlantis was linked. And if you read the stuff that's associated with it, it was linked to several, not lots, but several megacities that were throughout the world. The one that's been found in Antarctica that all the heads of state went to, that was one of the ones that was linked to Antarctica, to Atlantis. When Atlantis went up.
Somebody is rebuilding the Tower of Alexander, or the Lighthouse of Alexander. I don't know if you saw that. They're actually pulling stonework out of the ocean of the original one, and they're using AI to put it back together. And it's like a joint operation between two different countries right now.
Well, that'd be interesting to see. That would. That'd be interesting. The Atlantis one, it went boom and created a fucking the Eye of the Sahara, they think. When the Atlantis went, it actually sent like a pulse along whatever the hell their energy was they were using, and it flash froze the others. It didn't.
I think that's what took out mine.
Yeah, it just created something that flash froze the other cities, and they're only just starting to discover all this stuff now. But I find the whole thing fascinating. We had technology way beyond anything that we know now, and then it fucked up because somebody got a bit too daft in Atlantis, kind of like Trump things that are happening now. So let's hope that doesn't happen in North America. But yeah, the technology they've got, and the fact that they're releasing all this stuff about UFOs, and this,
I heard a terrifying rumor about that too. That we would use Israel to nuke if anybody messed with us too bad, that we'd use Israel to nuke them, and then we'd send troops like ground troops in. And that's like the initiative that's been going around.
See, I agree. Certain states shouldn't have the nuclear weapon capability. They shouldn't be doing that. Certain places shouldn't have that because they're going to use it for nefarious purposes.
Yeah.
But I think going in and starting a bloody war when it's none of your damn business, if it's that, fine. let's see the proof that it's actually really that and not just made up rhetoric for you to have an excuse to go in and start war. But I think certain places shouldn't have that because it would be used so bad. But, you know, is that what's really going on? Or is it, again, is it like, have they found another Stargate? Have they found another 0.1? Have they got shit
just
that...
I was just going to interject. Just a month ago, he wanted to the Nobel Peace Prize because he was the most peaceful president on the planet to himself, apparently. Yeah, this is real. He was all pissed off because he's like, I thought I was getting the Nobel Peace Prize. I dissolved 7 wars. I'm the most peaceful person on the planet.
Where in the world of fucking orange-faced, nylon-haired people do you think that you're the most peaceful president in the world? For fuck's sake, man, you're trying to invade Iran. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that was one of the things he told Greenland too. He's like, "You had the chance to give me the Nobel Peace Prize. No, I'm not going to be peaceful." Just one of the word for word, one of the things he said to them.
Oh, like when he tried to blackmail Europe into the tariffs and everything, and they went, "All right, we're not buying any more of your shit. See ya, fuck it."
Yeah, Tanya's seen them unconstitutional this week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The high courts over there have gone, you can't do that, haven't they? Especially it is what was it? Yeah, it's tariffs. That was it, the tariffs, and they said no, you can't do it. It's against the law. And he's going, I
am the law. What are you?
Judge Dredd, isn't it? I am the law. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what comes out in the next few months to elongate his stay as the president of the US. I will say one thing. He's the only president I've seen that when they've said we're going to do this, they've actually got off their asses and done it. Like, and just said, no, we're going to do this. Fuck it, let's do it. But he's also the one with the most bullshit, I think. So, you know, whether he likes young ladies, whether he doesn't like young ladies, whether he has done anything bad that's in those.
You just run a beauty campaign for like 5-year-olds because he's.
Do you know one thing I don't like, and I can say it now because I don't work at that place. You know, over in the US, you have those pageant mums and pageant kids.
God, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I think that's so wrong. I think it's so wrong for kids. It's wrong. It's verging on paedophilia, and they shouldn't be doing it. We get the dance contests over here, and I've had to do security and be a doorman at a lot of these dance things, and the stuff they make the kids wear is fucking wrong. They should, little kids as young as 3 years old, they shouldn't be making them do that. It's uncomfortable to watch, the parents, some of the parents are just like, yeah, you go, girl. They're oblivious to what's actually going on. Yeah, I understand they like dancing. I get that. You go for it. You do your dancing, but don't dress them in that.
Right.
You dress them in shit that they can dance in. Yeah, by all means, but stop making them dress in that. And I can remember some of them, the teenagers, dressed up like something in burlesque anyway, and it was just wrong. And I had to stop dirty old men trying to come in. And I've got tickets to come in. Why you come in and watch kids? Because my daughter. No, your daughter's not here. Grandchildren not here. Why do you want to come in and watch kids dressed like that? Out. You know, it's wrong. Wrong.
Yeah,
my own opinion. That is my own opinion. But I know if my grandkids went to do that, I'd be like, I would step in and say, you can do the dancing. It's absolutely fine. Don't make them dress like that because that's fucking wrong. Really wrong.
It's okay. Just not to admit that you're a team wood chipper. I am too.
I mean, Josh dresses like it at the weekend. So does Wayne. But hey, you know. What do you think is going to be next with this whole UFO reveal? And I think we're going to get full disclosure. I honestly think that's on the cards. I think
they're going to.
The only way we're going to get full disclosure is if beings turn up from outer space and say, "Hello, we're here. Pleased to meet you."
from what have you read the thing that I put on the Dark Mirrors wall of what his speech is supposed to be?
No,
I don't think that no one would ever release what he's going to say.
Let's have a
Stephen
look.
Greer
I think that's been fabricated.
been working with him apparently.
Sorry?
Stephen Greer said today that he's been working alongside the Trump administration. I don't know. He's been full of shit in the past. He could be telling the truth. I don't know.
I think it's at the moment. I think it's done to take everybody's attention away from either Iraq or the Epstein files, or both. But I do think that if nothing comes out in the next couple of months, everybody's going to go, "You're full of shit, pal." But I think if stuff starts actually really coming out, then I think it's going to be one to watch. I have seen I've seen some of the senators come out and say, well, yeah, there's this, that, and the other. We've been saying this is happening. When this all comes out, we're going to come out and tell you everything as well. So,
yeah.
What if we found like oil on another planet? I wasn't kind of joking about that. I could see them sending us to our fucking deaths for some fucking new resource. Just being honest.
Do you mean like Mars?
Yeah. Or something like Starship Troopers. What if there's a planet just filled with some hostile thing that isn't even intelligent? But there's a resource there, I'm sure. Our government would not have a problem throwing the youth at it. Be like, here you go.
You know it. It's going to be like
4 years of college, but you have to fight this big giant bug on light years away. But we need that oil, son.
What was that? What were those films that where they went to fight the bugs?
Starship Troopers.
Do you reckon it's going to be like Starship Troopers? We're going to have Titan and Kepler B and all this sort of stuff that we're going to land on, and it's going to be like bugs, whoa, bang, bang, bang.
Could be. Part of me even feared about the whole Epstein list. What if this is like a True Blood moment? Did you ever watch the show True Blood or read the books, either of you two? Those vampires can't sustain the way they feed anymore, and then they actually genetics figured out a way to feed instead of feeding on people, and they openly come out and they're like, "Yo, we did all these horrible atrocities, but we're much older than you, and we built your society, so you're going to live alongside of us, and we're going to just work. Our governments are just going to kind of come one, but you cannot kill us or hate us for what we did to you because that's racism."
That's kind of what the stuff on the dark on the dark web is saying about the alien disclosure. Aliens! But when it comes out, it's going to be, yeah, they've been here for hundreds of years. They've been visiting us. They're part of this. Religions. Where you see people flying up in the air on chariots with flames and stuff. Yeah, that was them. They've got their own gods. We've got our own gods. We need to live in perfect harmony with each other. They're vegans as well. As long as they're good guys, I don't give them monkeys. Just come out and say, yeah, we're here now. So, but don't try and. I think the world will change as we know it, but I think the possibility of the technology that could come out, like Trump leaving the World Health, was it the World Health Organization?
Yeah,
and then all the cures for cancer. Yeah, all the cures for cancer came out. I think it'll be a similar thing when it comes out. All these energies and new forms of energy and stuff will come out as well, exotic energies. And I think that'll be good, just for the benefit of mankind. And
it just needs a push in the right direction. That's all it is.
It does, and it'll open up such much more beneficial things for colonizing more planets, and actually going, and as you say, going on other planets, killing everything there, and getting their resources.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a strange creature. Let's blow it up because we need this.
We do need
to be reverted into gas.
Well, there's gas fields out in space. Why can't they just start tapping them?
Yeah.
You got planets that are it's so dense up there that it rains diamonds. Go and get the diamonds. Go and get the alcohol cloud that's out there that could keep every single person on the earth pissed for 18 years. Go and get that as well. I don't know.
I found some information about what just said earlier on about the lighthouse at Alexandria.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that was destroyed by an earthquake. But what they're doing, the proposals to rebuild the lighthouse at Alexandria were originally put forward in 1978. So this has been something that they've been planning for a long time through various means. This latest one, which actually began last year, was producing a 3D model of the lighthouse.
Yeah.
But to do that, they took out 22 of the original lighthouse stones off the seabed to scan them, so that they got a rough idea of the building style and the technique used to cut the rocks. They've tried to scan the seabed where the original lighthouse used to be. So hopefully what they're trying to do is build a 3D model of the lighthouse, and hopefully if they can secure funding, then they may be able to take it one step further and actually build the real lighthouse, because it was supposed to have been one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Well, it was, because it was the Pharos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I tell you another. Go on.
It would be a matter of time and funding involved.
I'll tell you another thing that's gone quiet since all this shit with the Epstein files and things was the discovery of the pillars and the tunnels going off underneath the pyramids and the Sphinx.
Yeah.
And the last bit was they got 2.5 miles down with their lidar, seen much more stuff, seen it all linking up, and then it was like, oh, it's what the fuck? That was it. And then all this Epstein shit and alien shit came out. So, you know, we all know they're here. Let's crack on with it. We all know they're bloody here. It's not a case of the world's not ready. The world is fucking ready. Religion's ready. You know, what the hell, NASA paid the Vatican $3 million to train their guys up to talk about aliens and religion. So, you know, everybody is ready. You think they're incoming?
Well, it's like we said, for years now, they've been drip feeding it to us, whether it's been TV shows, movies, newspaper articles. They've been drip feeding us slowly to get us ready. And yeah, it may have taken a little bit longer than they expected to get us to that point where we're ready. And that's why they kept coming out with dates and then redacted on them dates, and they pushed them further ahead.
Yeah.
And it will keep going like that until whoever it is that's running things finally decides, sod it, they're ready, let's just get on with it. Let them come down and see everybody. Let us do trade talks, technology swap overs and whatnot and everything else. And let's just get on with it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's needed. But it's been drip fed for us, been drip fed to us for donkey years.
Yeah. And that everybody, all of us in the UFO community, all of us, from the most famous to the little known chaps like ourselves, we're all at the point of just do it, for fuck's sake. We all know.
Right.
We know.
I would just like the thought that something would happen before the man himself, Nick Pope, finally leaves us.
Because that'd be awesome for him and people like that to go, fucking knew it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd like that to be something for him, just for him. I mean, he's probably seen things that he's obviously under the Official Secrets Act. He's got to keep his gob shut. So he probably does know. But I would like to see it happen for everybody, including him, to see, and before he goes.
It would be nice with Trump doing this and ordering all his lot to release everything. Wonder if Starmer will do that, or if Starmer will just fucking dither and be an idiot like he is.
He don't know what to do from 1 minute to the next. That's why he's got help doing what he's doing.
Doesn't know how to wipe his own arse up, guy. That's what it needs. Is as soon as this stuff comes out from North America, you'll see other countries start to go. Dick.
He should have followed his standard trade, basically. He should have gone
Hey,
and
guys,
worked
I'm
for
gonna
Black
go.
and
I'm
Decker or something.
taking off though. Working tonight.
All right. Well, we started late. That's why we've run over a bit. So we'll finish. I'll tell you what. We'll finish. We'll chat off air quickly, and we will finish for now. And we'll say thank you everybody for watching, and we will keep you posted with what's going on. We'll see you soon. Remember, join us again next week, 9:30 Monday night. And remember, follow Wayne Seddon's Spankanori, and Mr. Josh's Down the Rabbit Hole or Through the Rabbit Hole?
Lost through the rabbit.
Through the rabbit hole.
Lost Through the Rabbit Hole. Got to say it, didn't I? So remember, join all those, Facebook, YouTube, everything. We'll see you next week. Thank you very, very much for joining us. And now we are out of here. Thank you for joining us in chat room too. See you soon, guys.
Bye, everybody. Catch you later.